Are live for another Sunday live. Yeah, Sunday live. Okay, so I was supposed to go live from my office, but unfortunately there's some work going on nearby, and it is making a lot of sound. So here we are going live here. Okay, great. So I can see a lot of people. Okay, so intentionally I'm going live in a portrait mode because most of the people they are using mobile phones nowadays instead of using a laptop or a desktop. So this is fun, right? So we can go live in a portrait mode as well. Uh, okay, so I can. Where's the questions? I got. Yeah. So now there are questions popping up. So maybe YouTube has just informed everyone that I'm live. Okay, great. So we got Uday Kumar, Gaurav Kumar. What? Okay, so we have all the Kumars here. Rishabh Kumar. Great. We got Danish Khan. We got Saiful from Saudi Arabia. That's great. So we are getting some global audience. So yeah. So in this Sunday live, we are going to answer some questions. Of course, we are going live for some time. Uh, so there was a time when I used to go live for 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and then it reduced to half an hour because it makes sense to go live for half an hour or 20 minutes. So okay, anyway. So we got I'm Aditi Best. Okay, that's great. We got Suraj from Patna. So where are the questions? I'm waiting for the questions. Prajwal says, how do I ask? Just type the questions and it should be done. So we got Sati Babu, and the question is, hello sir, I want to become an entrepreneur like you, need your support. See, when you talk about entrepreneurship, there are different ways you can be an entrepreneur. There are different domains in which you can have your own, you can have your preneurs. So I'm into education and projects. I'm more into education now than projects, than corporate projects. Um, so what kind of support you need? So of course, when you talk about being an entrepreneur, it is challenging at the start. Of course, it's a challenging process throughout. So the best way to start your entrepreneurship is to have an idea. You need passion. Of course, you can't achieve anything without passion. So you need that. Plus, you need to have some financial support with you. Maybe your parents can help you, or maybe you can work for some year, let's say 3 to 4 years, and then you can think about having your own startup, something like that. Okay. Question from my dream SS is, how much time it takes to master Django framework? See, it's very subjective for everyone, right? So if you, when you say you want to be a master, see, everyone have a different definition of being a master. So you can do a mastery in Django in 1 month, in 2 months. I feel you can't do any mastery in any technology because they're damn vast. I'm not sure about Django how vast it is, but maybe you can say 3 months if you give maybe 4 to 5 hours a day. You can complete that in 6 months if you use the time, and it may take 1 year. So the best thing is, don't think about doing a mastery. Just learn Django, make some projects, and keep building projects. That's how you do a mastery. Okay, so we got a question, why stateless used in EJB? As the thing is, when you talk about server components or EJB components on the server, we don't want to maintain user data in the components because it will make the components a bit heavy. It will create a lot of delay for the response. So if you want to have a component which will give the response to the user as fast as possible, and and if you want to make it lightweight, of course it has to be stateless. So it's not always we use stateless, we also use stateful based on the requirement. But most of the scenario we are using stateless because we want to make it lightweight. We don't want to maintain user data. So every time a user request, the user has to send data about the previous one as well. So hit that like button, everyone, if you are enjoying the live sessions. So normally, this portrait mode is good to go live on YouTube because the surrounding, so the side part, we don't need that, right? So we need this part, which is portrait. So normally when we take selfies as well, we do portrait mode, right? See, education videos, landscape makes sense, but this type of videos, portrait, might make much more sense. and especially when you're sitting in a car, so the car mobile holder works well in a portrait mode. Uh, Pritesh, hi Pritesh. So where are you taking about offline workshop? Talking about offline workshop. See, there was a plan to have a machine learning offline workshop, but it is postponed for several reasons. Uh, Maybe let's see if I can do that soon. Question. Hari says guide to Flutter. I'm not into Flutter, so I can't talk much about it. Okay, so I have just parked my car in front of a soda pub. That's great. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that soda pub? Is it not focusing? Doesn't matter. So maybe after this live session, I will have a soda. What do you think? Okay. Okay, next question. Freelancing video, please. Freelancing video. Maybe I can have someone from the freelancing domain who is doing freelancing work to come live on this channel and talk about it, which will make much more sense. Because I used to do freelancing way back, and things are changing for freelancing as well. The way you get projects, the way you do stuff, so it is changing. So maybe I will have someone from the industry or who is doing freelancing. Okay, so we got a super chat from Abhishek Gupta. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for the super chat. And the question is e-litmus worth it to give? I don't think nowadays it's that much of worth. There was a time when e-litmus and what other tests we used to have. There were a lot of tests we used to give. In fact, when I completed my master's, I have taken a lot of tests from, in fact, 2 or 3. It didn't work for me. I don't know what's the current scenario, but I don't think so. Companies are focusing on those type of tests. The best way to prove yourself is build projects, improve your communication, go for as much as interviews you can get, and one more thing, internships. That will give you good edge. Okay. JavaScript or Django? Why not both? Are you saying JavaScript for the backend? I would say go for JavaScript, which is, when you do JavaScript, you can do entire stuff in JavaScript. You can do web designing. I mean, the front end, back end, the entire stack will be based on JavaScript. So that should be a good idea. But if you want to use Python, if you are in love with Python, of course Django makes much more sense. Okay, Gaurav says, sir, C++ Hindi mein tutorial banaiye, sir. Why C++? I'm not into C++, but I was thinking about making some videos in Hindi for different languages, but I don't know why I'm not able to do it. I'll try. Data science video. As I mentioned before, I'm not into this data science, so. Difference between JPA and Hibernate. Okay, so you can think about JPA as a concept. So when Java wanted to have their own ORM framework, they created this interface or concept called JPA. And the way you can implement is with the help of some tools, and Hibernate is the tool. So even if you are using Hibernate, below that you are using JPA, right? So for Java, you are using JPA with the help of Hibernate. And the best thing is you can change it. So you can move from Hibernate to Ibetis. The layer of JPA will remain same. That's quite awesome, right? And so that's fun. And there's a video on the channel, which is JPA versus Hibernate, if I'm not wrong. You can check that out. Blockchain classes online. It's not planned, but there will be a course. There will be a paid course coming up for blockchain. Because see, I realized when you talk about blockchain, it is difficult to structure the blockchain videos on YouTube. I was, in fact, from last 2 days, I'm planning to create a structure so that I can post videos on YouTube. But when I'm preparing for the videos, it is quite difficult for me to create a sequence. Because see, when you talk about YouTube videos, it is very random, right? So let's say if you're watching a video on YouTube, and if you have to go to the next video, there are so many suggestions coming on the right hand side, which is distracting, and you might lost in the process of learning it. So for blockchain at least, it should be a course hosted on the official platform, not on YouTube. So we'll be announcing that in this week. I mean, coming week, yeah. Okay. Thanks. Amit says thanks for your Python videos. I've watched your all Python videos. So thank you so much, Amit. I hope it was helpful. Okay. We need some more Spring Boot tutorials, Gopi says. Hey, hi, Gopi. It's just that I'm trying to focus more on blockchain. The thing is, when you focus on one technology, it's just difficult to do all. I don't know how some people are able to work on multiple technologies at the same time. Sometimes I even doubt they are really working on those technologies. It's difficult to focus on more than one technology at a time. Videos on microservices, as I mentioned before, it's difficult to go back to Java now. Okay, selfies. Okay, so Mr. Kumar says, again we have one more Kumar. A lot of growth from last 2 years. Any secret? I don't know. Maybe the Python videos has given a lot of boost. Because looking at the blockchain videos, I'm not getting that much of attention. Maybe this just because of blockchain is not that famous in the market, and not everyone want to learn blockchain. That's not the case with Python, right? So I got a lot of boost because of Python. Maybe because of Java videos. I don't know. Need to check what the stat says, but I believe it is because of Python. I've not checked the stats yet. And maybe it is also the consistency, maybe also the your love, because the way you are referring the channel to your friends. Thank you so much for that. In fact, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, I used to get a lot of messages regarding the shares they do for the videos, and I love it. I love it when I see the messages like that. Okay. Blockchain videos, yes, will be coming up. Is Eureka? I don't know what Eureka is. Are you a Telugu guy? Yes, I'm a Telugu guy. Should I learn C to improve programming skills? You can learn any language to improve your programming skills. It also depends upon what type of code you do, what type of problems you solve. That's how you improve your programming skills. Django videos. I'm done with Django. Okay, Aditya says, which languages you are coding in blockchain? So currently I'm using Hyperledger Fabric, so we can use Go there. So I'm using Java, so we can use Go. We can also use JavaScript. TypeScript is also there. But once I move towards Coda is mostly Java. So currently I'm using Go. Oh, sorry, I'm using Java for Hyperledger Fabric and also Go. Okay, what is your qualification? I have done my master's in IT, to be specific, MSc in IT. So if you're enjoying this session, hit that like button, everyone. I can see a lot of people are watching this. I should go live on Saturday evening. That's the best time. Okay, so I'm good in Django. But what about front end for that? Of course, for that you have to use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Okay. Can we use Python for blockchain? I'm not sure. Do we have any framework which supports Python? Not sure. Okay. Prerequisite for blockchain. There's a video. So if you can search for blockchain tutorials Telusko on YouTube, the second video talks about prerequisite. I guess. So you can just check that out. Okay. What your main source of money? YouTube? Not exactly. So I have multiple income stream. I'm a corporate trainer, so I also have courses on Udemy. I have also courses on my own platform, YouTube, colleges if I visit. Some college pay. In fact, I don't expect from college seminars, but some college have this custom of paying some remuneration for the guest lectures. So multiple input stream. But which one is the highest? I can't talk about that on YouTube. So, right, Harsh. Will you make JavaScript blockchain videos? I don't think so. I will be using JavaScript. See, if there's a scenario, if there's a use case, I have to use JavaScript, and of course I will be using it, but not given a choice. If there's a choice between Java, Go, and JavaScript, I might work on Java or Go, but not on JavaScript. Not a big fan of JavaScript. It's a language. Okay. How long does it take to learn Java? It again depends. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years. So I have been working in Java from last 9 years now, 10 years, and I still can't say I'm perfect in Java. So, but then 3 months is enough to learn Java. Okay. So why didn't you didn't reply to my messages? It's not expecting from you. I messaged you a lot of time on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. So maybe sometime or maybe someday I might share my Facebook notifications, okay, or maybe Instagram notification. Every day I get so many messages. It is difficult to reply everyone, and that's why I'm not even replying to anyone now. It's because it's unjust, or it is unfair for the others who I'm not replying to. So I'm not replying to anyone. Okay. Next question. Assembly language, please make tutorials. Okay, assembly is a bit old. I'm not sure if I can do that. Okay. How to practice on Java? Okay, so first of all, watch all the videos, all the Java videos of Telusko, and then there are some assignment questions you can try it out. And then learn a framework like Spring Framework and build projects. How old are you? Okay, I will not even ask you to guess. I know you're very bad with guessing. So my age is 30. Okay, your favorite language? Hindi. Okay, in terms of computer language, I would say Java. All-time favorite. So in which social media you are active most? Instagram. But not in replying messages, posting stuff. Okay, last few minutes and then we are good to go. So where do you live? I live in Kalyan, which is in Thane district and which is in Maharashtra. So currently I'm in Kalyan. So if you're nearby, let me know. Why you quit your job? Quit your job? Maybe there should be a video on this. Why I left my first job. So, unfortunately, I was not into Google, Facebook, or Microsoft, so I can't make a video why I left Microsoft. But whatever company I was working for, I will talk about it. Maybe I can't even talk about, I can't even take a name of the company, but I can surely talk about it. Kedar says, why you're not answering? I'm answering to your questions. Abhishek Yadav says, sir, I live in Ambernath, but it will take some time for you to come here. I may not be in the same place now. Pritesh says, I'm nearby. I know, Pritesh, we met near Tandoor Chai. Okay. Why Java? Why Java? It's one of the best language to learn now, because so that you can shift. So once you learn Java, then you can learn Kotlin. It is easier to learn. See, Java was one of the best language at the time, but now things are changing. Maybe the way they are updating their versions. But of course, if you want to work for big MNCs, they will be asking you questions on Java. So yeah, that's it from this live. We'll catch you up in the next live session, everyone. I know I'm not able to answer all the questions, but let's connect again next week. Bye-bye, everyone. See you in the next live session. Thanks for joining.